Hey friends, welcome to Tokyo Disney Resort, sort of. We're here at Tokyo Disney Resort is just over there, so we're kind of there. But this is the train station at Tokyo Disney Resort, the Maihama train station, or Maihama, however you want to pronounce it. Miyahama, yeah. So a little bit of a different adventure today. We're not doing a Disney day today, so if that's what you're here for, sorry to disappoint. There's Bon Voyage gifts. It's a Disney day all of a sudden. But we're going on a different kind of adventure. Where are we going?
We're going to try and see Mount Fuji, but it is really bad weather today. It's really cloudy and really rainy. So hopefully we'll be able to see parts of it anyway. I'm excited because we're going to get a car. We're going to go, and I'm excited more to see like a bit of the countryside of Japan and like just like be a bit more in Japan. Because so far we've just been in the Disney bubble pretty much since we landed.
Very true. Yeah, so Becky was like, "We're hiring a car. You're driving. Have fun in Japan."
I also have offered to drive, can I say?
Have fun.
And this guy's like, nah.
Have fun driving in Japan. Japan drives on the same side of the road as the UK, so it should be relatively easy. The car we've got is an automatic, I believe.
And it's like the smallest car we could get, so
it'll be very.
We're only having it for a day. We're literally picking it up this morning, dropping it off this evening.
It'll be very easy.
We've picked a car hire place relatively near to Disney. One, because it was going to take a really long time for us to get back to Haneda, that's the airport, and two, because we needed something that was open quite late. So because obviously we're only having it for a day. So this place I think is open from 7 till 9:30 or something like that. So we'll let you know. I think it's an Alamo.
Right. So it should be nice. It should be nice and easy. It should be easy to collect a car. You do need an international driving permit to drive here in Japan. You can get those from a lot of convenience stores now, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah, it's like
it used to be post office, but you don't do that.
It is post office, but it's like post office at the back of a convenience store, like like a little one, rather than like going to the main one.
Yeah. So bear in mind you do need that. Driving same side of the road. We've got an automatic car. Should be nice and easy. I'm going to show you what it's like to get there. So we're going to use just our Suica card, which is like a
like an oyster.
Like an oyster card. Yeah, that's it. So big adventure today. We've got a lot to crack on with. We're going to see a few things around the Fuji area, not just Mount Fuji, and maybe not even Mount Fuji. Who knows?
There are a few museums and stuff that we've got on the list. I think we've not got anything booked, not like time-wise, so we'll just have to see how we get on and obviously leave ourselves enough time to get back to get the ferry.
Yeah, so should be a good day. Really excited for this. Really excited to go and see Mount Fuji, and like Becky said, some more of Japan. That's why we're here. We're not just here for Disney. It's a big part of it, but there is a lot more to Japan than just Disney and Universal and theme parks. So this isn't just a theme park related channel, guys. We try and get like extra activities out there. You know, there are other things to see and do. It's not just all about Orlando either. That's why we're here. So we really love exploring. So we love taking you guys along. If you do enjoy the videos as we go through them, give us a thumbs up. Do appreciate it. It really does help us out a lot. It'd be great if you could hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified when we post all new videos. Let's go on an adventure. So I got my Suica card. It tells me how much I've got on it, 2,000 yen. And then we've got to get the train now.
So should we get the 801?
Yep.
Because we need to go to Shinkiba.
Okay. So that means we're going to go from platform 2, 801. What's the time now? 7:55. So we've got 6 minutes to get the train. Going on the Keio line, JE. So we got the line to the Shinkiba station. And now we've got to get on to...
See, that was 167 yen.
167 yen for that first thing, which is that 90p. 2 stops. And now we've got to go on to the Yanakucho line. Is that it?
Yarakucho,
Yarakucho line. And on the app, it actually comes up with your current progress, your trip in progress, tells you what your last trip was. So we did Maihama Station to Shinkiba Station.
You need to go to Ginza Ichikome.
So Ginza Ichikome. So we're going to do, what, 4 stops to Shintomicha station, and then we've got 12 minutes walk to get to Alamo. They're so organised here. We're literally forming 2 orderly lines to get onto the train. Now, granted, I say we just formed 2 orderly queues to get onto this train, but we did that on the last tube as well. And it was like pushing into the train, literally sardines. Those memes that you see,
off the train, that was
pushing
more
on and pushing off, yeah. Those,
you literally got swept out.
those memes that you see online about like people pushing onto the trains in Japan, they're real. It was a real thing.
This one's not so bad though.
No, we've got a seat on this one. We've got 5 stops to do. 4 stops to do now. So we've rented the car now. They've given us a Toyota Yaris. The whole process to do that was fantastic.
Finding it was difficult because none of the signs for Alamo were in English.
No, and it was all it was Nippon Rent-A-Car. I think they're all
connected.
Yeah, they're all the same.
So if you're looking for it, basically, if you go with this one, it's downstairs. I'm guessing you'll put the link for you for this one. Yeah, so you have to go downstairs in the building by Family Mart, and then you'll find it.
Yeah, it's fine. But the process to rent the car was really good.
Yeah.
They were like, right, they gave us like step-by-step guide and instructions.
Yeah, and they've given us like a takeaway, like
a booklet.
What to do in an accident. You should call this number, call the police on this number. Really good and like really easy to follow. And then they gave us something about filling it up with petrol, and they've crossed out the ones that we shouldn't use, and they've given us like the right colour for this car.
Yeah,
really
told
good.
us exactly like the closest station, because we've got to fill it up before we.
Yeah, they said go to this service station. They give us the map number for the specific station.
Really cool, really cool.
Good.
So yeah, awesome.
Okay,
and now we've got to go to Fuji. All right, so we are probably 30 minutes into the drive at this point, maybe 40 minutes. It's been relatively simple actually in terms of the driving experience. I think the only thing that's been confusing for me is knowing when to turn and how far before.
It's more about like what junction to take, isn't it? That's what's more tricky.
What junction to take and how the maps looks versus the road. Because I'm obviously so used to how our road systems look, how far in advance the marker signs are on the motorway to when you need to indicate, how far away from the junction the road sign above the road is, and things like that. So getting around that's one of the confusing things. But I think the actual process of driving has been relatively straightforward. The road signs are obviously in Japanese kanji characters, so I don't know what they say because my Japanese is incredibly limited. But like on this bridge here, you've got kanji letters, and I just don't know what that says.
But the speed limit signs are in English, like English
Traditional
numbers.
English numbers, yeah. So we can read that. And our navigation system is in English anyway. Like the roads themselves here are in Japanese, but like the arrival distance, all of that's in English. This is in miles per hour, and we're actually driving in kilometers per hour. So that's slightly different because it says I'm driving 50 miles an hour there, but my speedo here says 80. So yeah, getting your head around that is a little bit confusing, but it really has been very straightforward so far. No real issues. We didn't take an exit onto the toll road, and we were told that we don't have access to a certain toll. So he gave us like a little leaflet and said, call this number. Becky's just showing the leaflet. So he must have people doing that all the time. We're getting there. It's fine. We've got another hour or so to go. Becky and I were just saying our only concern really is like the parking situation when we get there and how easy or hard that will be. So yeah. Alright, so we are 16 minutes from the Fuji Museum that Becky put in the diary. And just in front of us, we've got Fuji Highland. That is, well, it's a pretty insane looking theme park for one. This has got some world record roller coasters. We don't know what those world records are, but we're headed into Fuji National Park now. It's really, really interesting. Like, it's right there, for one. Like, look at... Although it doesn't actually look like it's operating, but I wonder if it's just because it's raining. We've made it! We're in, like, Fuji, basically. We've come out now to the Narusawa Mount Fuji Museum. This is just kind of a little bit outside of Fuji itself, but we're going to go inside and see what this is all about. You can't pre-book tickets online, you have to buy them when you get here. So we'll go inside, we'll see how much they are, and let you know, and we'll take you around and show you what we can see here. Ready? It took us about 2 hours in total to get here, driving. It's about 150 kilometers, which isn't really too bad at all. We've got a dinosaur here, interestingly. Lots of gemstones. Here we've got a geological model of Mount Fuji. So you see the topographical map there basically, and shows you like where it's more dense and what it means. So the snow, the sand flows, volcanic ash, all of that stuff. Very interesting. So the Mount Fuji Museum, I think it's free, even though there's a ticket barrier here. Oh wow, it's a dinosaur. We saw a dinosaur out there a second ago. Yeah, he's been like covered under the lava. Maybe he's under Mount Fuji.
I think so.
That's what's going on. Meteorite. Oh, it's all in Japanese. Should we see if we can pull up? Right, so we've got Google Translate, and then we can do camera.
I guess because it's quite hard to get to.
It was established in 1930. This is talking about the weather station. Okay, it was established in 1932 as the Central Meteorological Observatory Mount Fuji Summit for the purpose of international cooperative polar observation, and began year-round surface meteorological observations at 6 a.m. on July 1st of the same year. Okay, that's cool. So it's talking about this weather station that they put up there.
Also in Japanese.
This is talking about Mount Fuji and the volcanic nature of Mount Fuji. This looks like a Universal film from the 90s. Oh, this is cool. We've just pressed this button and it shows us where the lava would come out of Mount Fuji. I guess they've done surveys to see where the vents are.
It's not very high up, is it? You'd think that they would be there further up, right?
Obviously you've got the main vent in the middle, but then you've got these little arms that come off. We're not geologists, so I don't know all of the technical terms for these guys.
I'm sure it's not arms, but...
Not arms at all, that's not right.
Let's try.
And then something blue here. I don't know what the blue is. It's frustrating that it's not translated at all. Yeah, maybe. Becky just said that's probably why they let us in for free. Because we're going to have to do all of our own translations anyway. There's a lot of these crystals around, isn't there? In this museum. I don't think it's a very big museum. Fuji volcanic deposits, old Fuji volcanic deposits, groundwater layer. Ah, maybe that's what the blue was, the groundwater. That makes a little bit of sense now. Let's go and have a look at that sign there. No.
I'd like to have to go home and say, did you know Mount Fuji is the something?
Right. The supply of water from the subduction of the plate caused the melting temperature of the magma to drop. The magma, which melted and became lighter, rose up and created a magma chamber of Mount Fuji about 20 kilometers underground. That's what this is saying. The magma continued to rise along the Fuji volcano neck and the weak line zones from the northwest to the southeast and from the northeast to the southwest, causing a summit eruption, parasitic volcanic eruption, throwing large amounts of volcanic ash, papilli, and volcanic bombs into the air. It also produced black flowing basaltic lava flows. So one of these signs was essentially saying that Mount Fuji has been formed as what is essentially what we know as Mount Fuji now has been formed as the third story of a volcano. So
because like that one underneath that ground one there, that's one story, right?
I'm guessing so. I'm guessing that's what this this model is. And then you've got the one sort of like right in the middle. Then you got another one, and then you got another one, and that's been formed over, what did they say, 5 to 15 million years, or something silly like that. So it's taken years and years and years, and obviously the next layer of the volcano is never going to be formed in our lifetime. But you know, it builds up because you've got eruption on top of eruption on top of eruption.
Weren't you already 15 million years old?
No.
You look like a...
The other thing this says, shouldn't I look 15 million years old, right? Is as the volcano erupts and sort of like cracks are formed in the ground, that's how these pools of water get formed, and the lakes, the 5 lakes around Fuji, are formed from that process.
This way
Fresh.
is very deep, right?
Yeah, it's very deep. It's not got a lot of water in it though, but it's like fresh spring water coming up through the ground, and that's what they use for Japanese tea and Japanese cooking, things like that. It's got a hardness rating of 30, which I guess is quite low. I don't know what the hardness is like back in the UK. All right, that was interesting. I can see why it was free, obviously.
Yeah. The model at the front was quite cool, and then
What, the dinosaur one?
Yeah.
The dinosaur one was quite
I
cool.
think that the second room where like the model and stuff would have been really good if it was
If we'd have
translated.
if we'd have understood it and we weren't like
Yeah.
Google translating it. I think when you start Google translating things, it takes away from
Yeah, I agree.
the feel of it, I guess. But yeah, for what it's worth,
I
it's free.
I wouldn't suggest getting the train because we haven't seen a train station, and I imagine it's not very easy. It's not worth it for that, and I also wouldn't get a car just to come here.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't come here if you were getting the train at all.
No.
We can't really see Fuji.
No, can't see Fuji at all.
It's raining.
We probably can see the bottom of it, but you don't know which one it is because you can't see the top.
Yeah, not ideal, but we'll push on. We'll see what else we can see.
When you plan a day, you can't.
Yeah.
Like, because we had the Disney days booked, so we couldn't have changed it, could we? Really?
Yeah, and you don't know like what the weather's going to be like. You don't know if it's going to be cloudy, but it could be that you know Fuji is cloudy at 10 a.m. but by 2 p.m. it's perfectly clear. I don't think that's going to be the thing for us today.
Let me have a quick look at the weather app.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. We've stopped at 7-Eleven, Konbini. Konbini is a convenience store. It's like the Japanese term for every convenience store. You've got 7-Eleven everywhere. You've also got Lawson and Family Mart. Mm-hmm. They are amazing. They really are, aren't they? They've got good, yeah. Hot food.
And cheap. How much was that? Oh my god.
Was it? Very saucy. Very saucy.
Very falling apart in your mouth.
Right. The whole thing, we bought like 6 items and a drink.
2 drinks.
2 drinks, and it was £8. So for like a big bao bun, and I'm talking a bao bun like this chicken skewer, what else did you get? Like a chicken croquet, a pizza.
No, that was the bao bun. 2 bao buns.
We got 2 bao buns, sorry, yeah. We got a cheesy curry bread or something. Mm-hmm. All for £8.
But try this.
Wow.
I'm just falling apart.
It tastes like sweet and sour chicken, Hong Kong style.
It's nice.
A bit of spice to it. Really good. But for like £1 in a proper shop.
And then anything that's not hot, that you want hot, they heat for you.
They got microwaves behind the counter. They'll do pot noodles for you or cup noodles. What else? They got hot.
They have like proper like ready meals in there.
Becky got a drink, like a coffee, and she took it from the cabinet, and it was hot from the cabinet. A hot latte in a plastic bottle from a cabinet.
Pretty cool.
Like, this is where people are getting all their lunch. They're not going to Tesco's and getting a meal deal for £3. They're coming to a Konbini and spending £1.50 and getting a full meal. Living the dream. Right, guys, welcome to your view of Mount Fuji.
Spectacular.
Spectacular. What a view, what a view. Yeah, so it's a little bit cloudy today.
And cold.
And cold, yeah. That's the thing, right? Like we said, there's a lot we can do about it.
No.
And it's...
And to be honest, it's a nice area anyway. Like, it's nice to see the mountain. Like, we can see the mountains and the hills and stuff. It's cool because there are like these little cute towns. So we're still happy that we've done it, even if we can't see it.
We were just saying, it feels like Grindelwald. Like in Switzerland. We went there. Was it last year we went to Grindelwald, wasn't it? It's just a nice, cute area, and I'll put a link up in the top corner to Jungfrau Joch, which is the top of Europe. Well, that's what they call it, the top of Europe anyway. It's just a cute little area. Go up the mountains and have some fun. But that's actually what we're going to do now. We're going to go up the mountains on a cable car. I don't know how much this is going to be.
Panoramic ropeway.
Panoramic ropeway, yeah. Okay. Got the umbrella because it is. It's raining quite a bit. Ooh, Fujiyama cookie. Nice. Nice. Yeah, hopefully we'll have some good views up here. Maybe not of the... Yeah, maybe not of the mountain, but we should have some good views regardless. So we've got the Mount Fuji Panoramic Ropeway. That's what we're going to do now. You've got an adult ticket for the ropeway, which is 1,000 yen. One-way ticket for 600 yen, so that's a round trip. Child is 500 or 300. One adult plus an infant free, that's under 6. Yeah, pretty cool. So, right, it's not too expensive. It's like £6 basically. We got our tickets. We got a combo ticket for the ropeway and the pleasure boat, and that was £17 for both of us. This is an idea of some of the stuff that you can see and do. Beautiful, beautiful views up here of Mount Fuji and the surrounding areas. Very, very, very scenic around here. Nah, it's like, it's foggy. It is foggy. So we made it to the top and we got some interesting facts here. So, which prefecture does the top of Mount Fuji belong to? It actually spreads over the Yamanashi and the Shizuoka prefecture. The prefecture borderline on the mountaintop has not been determined because it's a shrine. Who climbed Mount Fuji for the first time? So, according to a legend, it was Shotoku Taishi, a famous imperial prince who lived from 574 to 622, and he was said to have instantly reached the mountaintop riding a horse. And then we've got a few more bits and pieces. This is only in Japanese, unfortunately. Mount Fuji is just over that way. Obviously it is really cloudy, you can't see anything. You have got some observation binoculars. Get a little rope here as well. And you can ring the bell. And I guess the idea is to have Mount Fuji behind you. We've also got a little cafe as well as a shop. Just going to see what's on the menu in the cafe. So you order from a little machine here, but you've got rice dumpling with sweet soy sauce, you've got rice dumpling with brown sugar syrup and soybean powder, you've got curry bread, and then you've got water warabi mochi and roasted tea. You can also get like ice creams and drinks and all sorts. You buy it on the ticket and take it to the counter, so put it in here. Rice wrapped in grilled pork stick, that sounds good. Ice creams, iced coffee, orange juice, peach juice. Let's get peach juice, just one. It's like £3. It's not too bad. So it should charge my card and then give us a little ticket down here to take to the counter. And then we just come in here and take our ticket to the counter. So we're going to deliver this to Becky. She loves peach juice. This is her surprise. She doesn't know I got her this. So you give her a delivery and then she tries it.
Is it horse meat again?
And then it's not horse meat, and then she will put a smile on her face, you see, when she finds out that it's peach juice. She likes the peach juice.
I got scared that it was horse meat again.
We went into a cafe earlier at the museum and we looked at the menu in English, and I hope it was fake. I hope it was fake.
I don't think it was.
Because it was like horse meat stew. Like...
Did you see Fujikawaguchiko down there?
We haven't tried to eat horse meat apart from when there was that massive scandal about horse meat. Then we probably did eat horse meat. Yeah, Becky was just saying you can actually see Fujikawaguchiko from here. Right, let me change it so I can zoom in. I don't know if this is going to work. Yeah, there you go. Like right in Central Pain.
Look at how empty the car park is. This takes up so much space. It's no cars.
That's Fujikawaguchiko theme park. And it's got some really insane roller coasters there. I think it's got like one of the tallest in Japan. But yeah, I mean, it's raining today, so it's dead there.
And nothing's going around.
And nothing's, yeah, I haven't got my glasses on, but I can't see
I can't see.
anything going around. But I think I can hear stuff happening. So, Fuji...
But this is a slightly better view than we had earlier.
It's clearing up. It is clearing up. Fuji is there, basically.
Maybe by the time we go on the boat, we'll be able to see it.
It is clearing up. It's supposed to stop raining by like 2 o'clock, and it's now 2 o'clock. And
What time is it exactly?
2 o'clock exactly.
Really?
She thinks I was lying, but I'm not. It's 2 o'clock exactly. So it is starting to stop raining. It's only spitting at the moment. But I said I was going to take...
This has cleared up massively since we got up there.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I was saying I was going to take you guys into the shop, and I will do. The shop is just a traditional gift shop, to be honest. But let's have a look what they got. You can get all of your little souvenirs that you'd want here. The little kawaii, cute stuff. Chocolates, mochi, an eraser. What's that? I have no idea what that is. Speaker. Magnets, just in case you want one. That's kind of it, really. Not a lot in here. And it connects directly to that food place. More facts that aren't in English this time. Car stop. Alright, that's where we get the cart back down. See, that side is cleared up a lot.
Yeah, it has.
You got another like shrine thing and rope area. Let's go up here. See what's up here. I think it's just an observation deck from the top of the shop. You can smell curry. Like curry powder up here. I mean, that's a good enough observation on its own.
Yeah, that's much better now.
We drove all around here a second ago, and we were over in that prefecture that way. Do a photo spot here. You can purchase a ticket to do a photo, scan it, then you stand here and you have, in theory, Mount Fuji behind you. Just a few minutes walk away from the gondola. I'm going to say it properly like they do here. Gondola. You've got the pleasure boat. It's really cute, the boat. It's like got a wooden look to it. I don't think it's actually wooden. There's the cable car going up the mountain. It's really nice.
So this will only be sort of 20 minutes or so, isn't it?
Quite cute. We got ourselves some cookies from Fujiyama Cookie. So we got a milk chocolate, we got strawberry, we got vanilla, and we got green tea, all with chocolate on the top. So these look really cool. We're going to eat these in the car on the way back, I think. We've come up the road about 1 kilometre to Fujikawaguchiko train station. There's some really cute traditional trains here as well. We come up because we want to fill our book with stamps. And what I'll do is I'll put the pictures in of the ones that we got here at the Fujikawaguchiko train station now, so you can see. But it's quite a cute little place. Got loads of luggage storage everywhere. I saw inside the luggage storage was 1,200 yen, which isn't too bad. And now we're going to go on to the next one. Mount Fuji is there just behind the train station, but obviously with it being so cloudy today, can't see anything, unfortunately. After going to Kawaguchiko train station there, we've come out to Arakuyama Senjen Park, I think that's what it's called.
Something like that.
Something like that. It'll be down in the bottom corner because my pronunciation's not very good. But here, there's a little shrine that you see basically every postcard or something like that. You see this shrine in it, don't you? With Mount Fuji in the background. Of course, Mount Fuji is not really visible today, but the shrine will be. And we might have to walk up a lot of steps, like these ones.
If you come from the train station, it seems like a bit of a longer hill.
It's quite the trek. It is quite the trek up here. But hopefully this won't be too strenuous. Be nice coming back down. You can have your name or something done in kanji letters. We made it. We made it all the way up. And we've got the pagoda here. This is the Choireito Pagoda. It's the Fujiyoshida Cenotaph Monument. And it's at Mount Akura Senjen City Park. Really beautiful. We're going to go down the side, up these stairs, and we're going to try and get a shot over the top. That, and we figured it, is the picturesque, because Fuji is basically there.
Draw it on with a pen.
Yeah. Anyone who got Sharpie? I think it was actually Gru that stole it.
What, the Sharpie?
Probably tried to steal the Sharpie, yeah.
He steals everything.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you just never know what it's going to be like, do you?
And it does look, at least you can see some.
You can still see the town and stuff, yeah.
Still pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So, sadly, we did not see Fuji, but we saw a lot. Alright, so that is the end of our trip to Mount Fuji and Fujiyama. Quite good, albeit lacking in Mount Fuji. The drive here has been nice and easy, actually. It's been mostly straight. I think the only thing has been the tolls.
Yeah, that's been a bit of a problem knowing which lanes we were allowed to go in and which lanes we're not, because some say ETC only, which is obviously a type of toll pass, and some say that, but still give you an option to pay. So you're not really sure which ones are and which ones aren't.
Yeah, so we might have got a toll fine thing, but we don't know. We'll figure that out later on.
And the one toll we did pay for earlier was quite expensive, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we did 2,000 Japanese yen, which is about £10 or so.
Which is expensive in comparison to what other things cost here, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like they're trying to discourage you from using the motorway. days. If we'd done the same journey with tolls off, or like avoid tolls or whatever, it would have been about 3 hours. With using the tolls, it's 2 hours basically, so it's very different. But yeah, I mean, it is nice and easy. Driving here is easy. They drive on the same road. We've been given an automatic, which is pretty good. And yeah, I mean, I would do it again. I'm just a bit disappointed, obviously, that we couldn't actually see Mount Fuji. We got to do other things in the area, like the cable car, the boat ride, and really just have a bit of a chill day exploring other areas that aren't just right in the city centre, aren't Disney, aren't Universal, things like that, right? There was a few things that we weren't able to do, like the Music Forest Museum,
Yeah.
which looked really good online, so we can't really comment on that. I would say don't bother with the Fuji Museum if you're going to go out of your way to go there. I think the freedom of having a car was useful today. I think we would have done a lot more walking and struggled a bit more to get everything done time-wise if we'd have done it on the train, because it's like a 2-hour journey just to get to the area on the train.
Yeah.
And then getting around the area is not particularly easy, I don't think.
No, you can walk from that train station that we took you to there, where we got our stamps, and you can walk to the cable car and the boat. But it is about 1 kilometre or so. It takes a little bit of time, and if you don't have everything open or you don't get a good view, you feel a little bit more disheartened, I'd imagine, to go all that way, take all the trains, transfer here, transfer there, whatever, just to not see Mount Fuji, right? So,
And I think because we had the car, we had the freedom to be able to
stop at a convenience store along the way.
Yeah, so just see some different things.
Yeah, and do it a little bit more on the fly as well. Just make it up as we go along. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video and you've enjoyed coming to at least the area of Mount Fuji with us. It's very much hope and pray that you can see Mount Fuji, because it's very dependent on the weather. But if you have enjoyed the video throughout, give thumbs up, do appreciate it. It really does help us out a lot. And it would be great if you could hit the subscribe button and bell icon to be notified when we post all new videos. And we'll see you on the other side. Thanks.